Hi Queens, Sam here. I hope that you're doing amazing. I have shared with you that I've reached Coast FI, which is huge for me. It's an amazing milestone. I'm super grateful for it. And now I have questions. I have questions. I'm trying to determine if I should stop contributing to my investments. Technically, based on the numbers, I am fine. I do not have to put any extra dollar in my investments. I'll just need to let compound interest work for me. I just need to let a specific financial rule that I'm actually going to be sharing in a subsequent video with you work for me, and I will just be fine. So as it is right now, if I don't do anything, if I don't add anything to my investment, I just let the market itself. I should be getting at my retirement age of 65 annual income of $90,000 before taxes. I don't think that I need more than that. I do not think that I did need more than that. And one thing that maybe I forgot to mention in the past videos is right now that amount is based on my investments as of now. I'm not taking in consideration real estate that I own. Probably I'm gonna be getting some equity from there. By 65, mortgage will be paid down significantly, freeing up equity in my property that I can use as well in case I decide to sell the property. I'm also taking in consideration some government benefits that I may have. Some of them are income tested, so I'll have to figure out things when I get there. But I'm not also taking that in consideration. Here in Canada, we get usually at the retirement age the Canadian Canada Pension Plan, the CPP, and the Old Age Security, the OAS. So we usually get those depending if I decide to take them at 65 or if I decide to delay some of it, both or one of them to age 70 or be after that, because then you get more benefits. I'll figure that later. So I'm not taking that in consideration. And the third thing that I'm also not taking in consideration in the calculation of my post-fire number so far is the small pension that I'm going to be getting from my current employer. My previous employer did not have defined pension. They had defined contribution. So that means that I was responsible for my retirement. So all of the investment that I've done as of when I was working for them, I took that with me when I left. But my current employer has defined benefit pension, which means that I'm going to be getting a small pension from them when I retire. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be working until age 65, to be honest with you. More to come on that, but regardless, I've been working for them for a few years now, so they'll have to calculate how many years I've worked for them, and then they take the average of your 5 best years, and then there's some other actual calculation that they do. But I'm not taking that in consideration. So with me not taking those three potential income source in consideration, it just means that essentially the 90K that I'm supposed to get from my own investment is the worst case scenario. Potentially, I can have much more than that. So, really, I'm in a very good place. I am so happy. I'm so grateful for that. Again, that brings up the question, should I stop contributing to my investment? Ladies, I am torn. I am torn. I have to say, like I told you in one of my previous videos, I have been investing forever. As soon as I was able to start investing, I just started investing. So that habit muscle, I have it. It's in me. And now I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong by not investing, though I know that I don't need to. And so you tell me, what am I supposed to do here? What would you do if you were in my spot and maybe you much more advanced than that? How did you decide? What did you do? Because right now I'm really torn. Some months I don't contribute, some months I contribute because I feel guilty for not contributing. But I also know that I need that extra money. Like I told you, actually let's go. I want to share with you some of those expenses that maybe I didn't have for the mature part of my previous life when I was investing, that now I have and that I need to focus on. The first one is childcare costs. I have three beautiful young kids. Only one of them is in daycare right now. The other two are with me at home. But next year they'll be starting daycare. So I know my cost for daycare is going to be triple, if not more. So I know I need money for that when it actually happens, because that will happen very soon. That's the first thing. The second thing is I need to save money for those kids for education, whether they decide to study or no. And here in Canada, we have the Registered Education Saving Plan, the RESP, which you can open for the child as soon as he is born. And it is amazing because you contribute 25 for each $2,500 you contribute per year. The government matches 500 to a maximum of 7,200 dollars for the entire account. So for each child, you can get $7,200 from the government free. That can get compounded years and years until the child needs it for high school or for college. So for easily 15, 17 years, really that money can be there and be compounded. Like I say, time in the market is more important than timing the market. Can you imagine you contributing just small amount of money like that? Like, with the government matches, it comes to $3,000 a month for like 7, 8 years, and then the rest of it continue compounding for 15 years. That can be a good chunk of money. So I need money for that. I need to save money for my kids for education. The third thing that essentially I need money for is for traveling, for vacation, for my goal of moving abroad with the kids at one point. I need to be able to be putting money aside for that. I haven't really started, and I know it's important, and I feel like I still have time to get started, and I need money for that. The other thing, and that will surprise you. This is going to surprise you, but I'm just a human. I have also, I have flaws. I'm no perfect. Even if I'm a money coach, I'm no perfect. On November 18, 2023, the first edition of the Wealthy Black Women Summit is happening. 10 Black women specialists in their domain are coming to share with you how to build wealth in all its forms. Evelyn Adofebiri, who's a CPA, will share with you how to set up your business to get paid first, not last, to get paid first. Nduge Pavao, who's a global talent management acquisition person, will share with you how to get hired when you send that resume in. When you send the resume in, you want to get the call, and she'll tell you how to do that. Ria Jamat, she's a curl specialist, and she will tell you how to give love, how to take care of those curls, especially for us living in a cold climate. So grab your ticket in the description below, grab the ticket, and join us on November 18, 2023. Early bird only until October 17. See you there. The thing that I really need to get in place is an emergency fund. Yes, you heard me right. And so here it is. And I'm going to have another video actually about this, where I will confess to you guys things that I've been doing for some reason that have not been serving me. Reason why I don't have an emergency fund in place, and I'm talking about a proper one, because I usually have a couple of $1,000s in my savings and everything, but I'm talking about the proper one, which is like 6 months, 12 months of worth of living expenses, is that I prefer investing. I've taken money literally from my savings and just putting it in the market. Because I'm like, I just have something with just seeing money idle, I guess, in the bank account. And I'm like, what is this $1,000 doing there? You go in the investment portfolio. What is this? I don't know, $3,000 doing there. Nothing? Okay, I'm gonna give you a job. You go in the market and you just make money there, make more money of money. But, and also, because I have access to credit, I have access to not credit card, but like line of credit with amazing rates. Like I'm talking about amazing rate. And so for me, I'm just like, I don't need to have a good chunk of money, laying there in a bank account. Worst case scenario, if something big happens, I can use my line of credit and then repay it. But I've realized in the past months, I'll have to say honestly, in the past months, that not having a proper emergency fund in place for me is not serving me. Definitely that those extra money that I've taken from the savings and put into the investments over the years have helped me definitely in reaching my course FI um, level. But you can't be, banking so much on your future self that you not thinking about your current self. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm so focused on making sure that my future is taken care of, because one thing that I do not want is to be a burden to my kids. That 100%, I do not want that. This is something that in our community we need to stop. We need to stop. So many people are focused on um, helping the kids, education, putting the kids in activities, doing everything for the kids or for some other family member, forgetting that they need money for their own retirement. You don't want to become a burden for your kid, for your family, for anyone else in your retirement. And so for me, it is big. When I say it's big for me that I reach Coast FI, it is really big for me. Again, I still need money now. I still need to make sure that if something really big happens now, that I can handle it. Because also my line of credit, the chances are small, but they're callable. They're callable by the bank. If the bank tomorrow says, you're nice, you've been with us for 15, 20 years, you manage well your line of credit, but we are closing it, there's nothing I can do. They're going to close it. And if there is a balance on it, I need to find a way to pay that balance before closing it. So it's not really money that I have. It's just I have access to credit. And I've taken that for granted for many, many years. I'm hoping it continues, but that may change because, as we know, things can change overnight. So, all of that to say, Homegirl never really paid too much attention to having a solid emergency fund in place. Though a lot of people, even me, I preach for that and I talk to people to have that in place. I think for me, I felt like that did not apply to me because I was using that money to invest anyway. But there is a huge difference between saving and investing. There is a big difference between saving and investing. You're saving for short term, you're investing for long term. What you're going to be saving in for short term, which is usually will be cash or something very close to cash, is not going to be the same thing for investment. Those are going to be long-term investment like ETS, index funds. It's like index fund like ETS and mutual funds or stocks or anything else. And you're saving for in case something happens, you need to have access to money, right? But I mean, in case something happens, I can have access to my investment too. But let's say if you are like in a market, in a bear market, that's not good for me because then I get to cash my investments at the lowest possible. Even if I have made money on it, I'm still cashing the investment at the lowest possible. And I don't want that. I don't want to put myself into that, to be honest. And I have a big decision to make now, which I may share with you in an upcoming video. And I'm realizing that had I had a solid emergency fund in place, I wouldn't even be thinking about this. I would just do it. I'll just go ahead and do it. And now I'm just asking myself, should I not? Because again, I hate being in debt. I have a lot to think of. So there you have it, right? All of those expenses are expenses that I just didn't have before, and now I have them. But even that I know that I have them, I'm still torn. I'm still conflicted. I'm like, I don't get to invest. What do you mean I don't get to invest? And if, like I say, I'm a money coach. I will help you get your coins right. I will help you reach Coast FI, but I'm no perfect. I'm also dealing with my own stuff. I said a lot here. I hope this video resonated with you. If it did, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with someone who may benefit from this. Make sure to also hit the notification bell because there's more gems. I'm going to be sharing more gems with you in the upcoming videos. And again, thank you for watching. And until next time, keep on building wealth.